Welcome to Top Rare Coins, your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden treasures of history. On this channel, we explore some of the most fascinating and valuable old coins from the United States. From rare pennies and silver dollars to historic coins worth thousands of dollars. Each piece has a story waiting to be uncovered. Whether you're a collector, a history lover, or just curious about coins you might have lying around, this channel will guide you through the world of rare U.S. coins, helping you valuable finds and learn what makes them so special. Don't forget to subscribe and join us as we uncover the secrets behind America's rarest coins. Welcome back to Top Rare Coins, the channel where history meets hidden treasure. Today's video is something truly exciting, especially for collectors, treasure hunters, and anyone who has ever wondered if a simple penny in their pocket could be worth a fortune. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, a small copper penny from 1970. But what if I told you that one specific version of this coin could be worth up to $1,200 million in today's market under the rarest circumstances? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stay with me, because today we are diving deep into the mystery, rarity, and incredible value of the 1970 D. Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln 1 cent series has been one of the most iconic coins in United States history. Introduced in 1909, it features the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and has gone through several reverse design changes over the years. By 1970, billions of these pennies were being produced every year, making them extremely common. But as collectors know, sometimes the most valuable coins are hidden among the most ordinary ones. Now, here's where things get interesting. The 1970 D penny was officially minted in Denver, which means it should always carry the D mint mark below the date. This tiny letter indicates where the coin was produced. However, in extremely rare cases, coins have been discovered that appear to be from the Denver Mint, but do not show the mint mark at all. This creates a fascinating and controversial category known as the 1970 D no mint mark error. How does something like this even happen? Minting errors can occur due to a variety of reasons. Sometimes, a die used to strike coins is improperly prepared. In other cases, excessive polishing can remove small details, including mint marks. There are also rare transitional errors and die anomalies that can result in missing features. When such errors slip through quality control and intercirculation, they instantly become valuable to collectors. But here's the key point. Not every 1970 penny without a mint mark is valuable. In fact, most 1970 pennies without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, which did not use mint marks at that time. These are completely normal and worth only a few cents. The real treasure lies in identifying a coin that was supposed to have a D mint mark, but does not. That's why authentication is everything. Professional grading services play a major role in determining whether a coin is a genuine error or simply a common piece. Experts carefully examine the coin's strike, die characteristics, metal composition, and microscopic details. Without proper authentication, it is nearly impossible to confirm whether a coin is truly the rare 1970 D no mint mark variety. Now let's talk about value. In general, most 1970 pennies are worth face value or slightly more in uncirculated condition. However, rare error coins can skyrocket in price depending on their uniqueness, condition, and demand. The idea of a $1,200 million valuation comes from the extreme rarity and hypothetical significance of a confirmed 1970 D penny missing its mint mark under perfect conditions. While no widely documented public sale has reached that exact figure, collectors and experts often speculate that a one-of-a-kind, fully verified example could command an astronomical price in the right auction environment. Think about it like this: in the world of coin collecting, uniqueness drives value. If a coin is proven to be the only one of its kind, collectors with deep pockets are willing to compete fiercely to own it. This competition can push prices into extraordinary territory. Let's also discuss condition, because it matters just as much as rarity. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. A coin in mint state condition shows no signs of wear and often retains its original luster. If a rare error coin like the 1970 D no mint mark exists in near-perfect condition, its value could increase dramatically. Even small differences in condition can mean the difference between thousands and millions of dollars. Now you might be wondering, How can you check if you have one of these rare coins? Here are a few simple steps you can follow. First, look at the date. Make sure it clearly reads 1970. Second, examine the area below the date where the mint mark should be. If you suspect it should have a D but don't see one, take a closer look using a magnifying glass. Third, inspect the coin for any unusual features such as doubling, strange textures, or signs of dye polishing. Fourth, never clean your coin. Cleaning can damage the surface and reduce its value significantly. And finally, if you truly believe you have something special, send it to a professional grading service for authentication. Another important factor is awareness of counterfeits. As coin values rise, so does the risk of fake or altered coins entering the market. Some individuals attempt to remove mint marks intentionally to create the illusion of rarity. However, trained experts can usually detect these alterations through detailed analysis. That's why trusting certified grading organizations is essential. Now let's step back for a moment and appreciate the bigger picture. Coins like the 1970 D-No Mint mark represent more than just money. They tell a story about history, craftsmanship, and the small imperfections that make certain items incredibly valuable. They remind us that even something as simple as a penny can hold hidden secrets waiting to be discovered. Today, we are diving into a fascinating and often overlooked coin that could be sitting quietly in your pocket, your piggy bank, or an old jar at home. This is the story of the Liberty 1-cent 1980p coin with no mint mark, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts worldwide. Imagine holding a simple penny and discovering that it could be worth not just a few cents, not even a few dollars, but potentially thousands, even up to $1,200 million under extremely rare and unique conditions. Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because today we are uncovering the details, the mystery, and the true potential behind this coin. Let's start with the basics. The Liberty 1-cent 1980 coin belongs to the Lincoln Penny series, one of the most iconic and widely collected coins in United States history. First introduced in 1909, the Lincoln cent features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, making it the first U.S. coin to depict a real person. By 1980, this design had already become a symbol of American heritage. Now here's where things get interesting. Most 1980 pennies were minted in large quantities at different mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia before 1980 did not carry a mint mark. That means a 1980 penny without a mint mark is generally considered to have been produced in Philadelphia. Why is this coin suddenly attracting so much attention? The answer lies in rare variations, minting errors, and collector demand. While millions of these coins were produced, only a very small number exhibit unusual characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. One of the key factors that can elevate the value of a 1980 penny is a mint error. Mint errors occur during the production process and can include double strikes, off-center designs, misprints, or even missing elements. These errors are not intentional, which makes them rare and highly desirable among collectors. Another important factor is the condition of the coin. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale, and those in near-perfect condition, often referred to as mint state, can fetch significantly higher prices. A 1980 penny that has been preserved without scratches, discoloration, or wear can be far more valuable than one that has been circulated for years. But the real excitement comes from extremely rare combinations. Imagine a 1980 penny with no mint mark, struck with a unique error, and preserved in near-perfect condition. Coins like this are exceptionally rare, and when they appear in auctions, they can command astonishing prices. Now let's talk about the headline figure that has been circulating among collectors and enthusiasts. The idea that a Liberty 1-cent 1980p coin with no mint mark could be worth up to $1,200 million may sound shocking, and it certainly grabs attention. While such extreme valuations are often tied to hypothetical scenarios or one-of-a-kind specimens, they highlight the incredible potential that rare coins can hold. In reality, most 1980 pennies are worth their face value or slightly more. However, rare error coins, or those with exceptional grading, can sell for hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. The million-dollar range is reserved for coins that are truly unique, with historical significance, extreme rarity, and perfect preservation. So how can you tell if your 1980 penny might be valuable? Start by examining the coin closely. Look for any unusual features such as doubling in the lettering, misalignment, or missing details. Check the surface for any irregularities that might indicate a minting error. Pay attention to the color and shine, as well-preserved coins often have a bright, original luster. Next, consider getting your coin professionally graded. Professional grading services evaluate coins based on strict standards and assign them a grade that reflects their condition. This grading can significantly impact the coin's value and credibility in the market. Another important step is research. Compare your coin with known examples of valuable 1980 pennies. Look at auction results, collector forums, and expert opinions. The more you learn, the better you can understand what makes a coin truly special. It's also worth noting that the world of coin collecting is driven by demand. A coin's value is not just determined by its rarity or condition, but also by how much collectors are willing to pay for it. Trends can change, and a coin that is highly sought after today may become even more valuable in the future. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the historical context of the 1980 penny. This coin was minted during a time of economic change in the United States. Inflation, shifting markets, and evolving technology all played a role in shaping the coins of that era. Holding a 1980 penny is like holding a small piece of history, a snapshot of a specific moment in time. For collectors, that historical connection adds another layer of value. It's not just about the money. It's about the story, the craftsmanship, and the journey of the coin from the mint to your hands. Today, we are diving into a coin that many people overlook every single day, yet it holds surprising value and collector interest. We are talking about the 1994 Liberty 1 cent with no mint marked. At first glance, this coin may seem like nothing special. It is just a small copper coin, something you might find in your pocket, your drawer, or even lying forgotten somewhere in your home. But what if I told you that this simple coin could be worth far more than 1 cent? In fact, certain versions of the 1994 Liberty 1 cent have been reported to reach values starting from $1,200 or even more, depending on condition and rarity. Let's begin by understanding what makes this coin so interesting. The 1994 1 cent coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front. This design has been part of American coinage for over a century and is one of the most recognizable coin designs in the world. On the reverse side, you will find the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of history and national pride. Now here is where things become exciting. Most coins produced in the United States have a mint mark that tells you where the coin was made. These mint marks are usually small letters such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, coins produced in Philadelphia traditionally had no mint mark for many years. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about modern coins in the collecting world, the 1996 Liberty 1 cent with no mint mark. You might have seen videos or posts claiming this coin is worth thousands, even millions. But what is the truth? Could this tiny copper coin in your pocket really change your life? Let's find out. The 1996 1 cent coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Memorial series, one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. On the front, you'll see the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This iconic design has been in use since 1909, making it one of the most recognizable coins in the world. On the back, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro, with a small depiction of Lincoln seated inside the structure. Now, let's talk about the no mint mark feature. Many people believe that a missing mint mark automatically makes a coin rare. But here's the reality. A 1996 penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and this is completely normal. In fact, more than 6.6 billion of these coins were minted that year alone. So, right away, we can say this. The absence of a mint mark does not make the 1996 penny rare, but don't click away just yet. Because here's where things get interesting. Even though billions were made, not all coins are equal. The value of a coin depends heavily on its condition, rarity, and unique features. Most 1996 pennies you find in circulation today are worn, scratched, or discolored. These coins are typically worth only their face value of 1 cent, however. If you happen to find a 1996 penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks almost brand new, with original shine and no signs of wear, it can be worth more. In fact, Uncirculated examples can sell for anywhere between a few cents to several dollars, depending on quality. Now here's the part that excites collectors: the in extremely rare cases. A 1996 no-mint mark penny in near-perfect condition has sold for thousands of dollars. Some top-grade coins graded MS68 or higher have reached prices around $2,500 at auction. Even more astonishing, a nearly flawless specimen graded MS69 has been reported to sell for over $20,000 in the collector market. So where does the idea of a $1.2 million value come from? Let's be honest and professional here. There is no verified sale of a 1996 penny reaching $1.2 million. Claims like this are often exaggerated or used as clickbait in online listings and videos. The real value depends on actual auction records, professional grading, and collector demand. But that doesn't mean your coin is worthless. In fact, some rare error varieties of the 1996 penny can be extremely valuable. These are coins that were struck with mistakes during the minting process. Collectors love error coins because they are unique and much harder to find. One of the most valuable errors is the double die variety, where the design appears slightly duplicated. These coins can be worth hundreds of dollars or more. Another important variety is the close AM error, where the letters A and M in the word America are closer together than usual. Some of these coins have sold for over $1,700. There are also off-center strikes, strike-through errors, and other minting mistakes that can significantly increase value. So, how can you tell if your 1996 penny is valuable? First, check the condition. Look at the coin carefully under good lighting. Does it still have its original red shine? Are there any scratches or wear? The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Second, look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to examine the details. Pay close attention to the lettering, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. Also check the spacing in America on the reverse side. Third, consider professional grading. Services like PCGS or NGC can evaluate your coin and assign it a grade. This grade plays a huge role in determining value. A coin graded MS68 or higher is extremely rare and highly desirable. Here's something important every collector should understand. Modern coins like the 1996 penny are not rare because of low mintage. They are rare because of condition rarity. This means that while billions were made, very few survived in perfect condition. That's why collectors are willing to pay high prices for coins that look flawless. Imagine this. Millions of coins were dumped into bags, transported, and handled roughly. Most of them got damaged before they even entered circulation. Finding one that remains in perfect condition decades later is incredibly difficult, and that's where the real value lies. So, if you're searching through your coins right now, don't just look for old coins. Look for clean, shiny, well-preserved coins. Sometimes, the most valuable treasure is hiding in plain sight. Let's summarize everything. A 1996 Liberty 1-cent coin with no mint mark is not rare by itself. Most are worth just 1 cent. However, coins in uncirculated condition can be worth a few dollars, and top-grade specimens can reach thousands. Rare error coins can also be extremely valuable, but the claim of a $1.2 million value is not supported by real market data. Still, that doesn't mean you should ignore your coins, because the next valuable coin could already be in your collection. Today's video is about a coin that has created massive hype online, the 1997 Lincoln 1-cent coin, especially the version people claim has no mint mark or unusual features. Some viral posts and videos are claiming this coin is worth up to $1.2 million. But is that really true? Or is it just another internet myth? Stay with me, because in this video, we are going to break down everything: the history, the real value, the rare errors, and how to know if your coin is truly valuable. Let's start with the basics. The 1997 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which was produced from 1959 to 2008. On the front, you'll see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, and on the back, the Lincoln Memorial design. Now here's where most people get confused. Many collectors and beginners believe that if a coin has no mint mark, it must be rare or an error, but that is not true for this coin. A 1997 penny without a mint mark simply means it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. This is completely normal and not a mistake. In fact, over 4.6 billion of these coins were produced in Philadelphia alone. Yes, billions.so right away, we can understand that this coin is extremely common. Now let's talk about the 1997 D penny. If your coin has a small d under the date, that means it was minted in Denver. And guess what? More than 4.5 billion of those were also made .so whether your coin has a D mint mark or no mint mark. Both versions are very common in circulation. Now let's address the biggest question, is this coin really worth $1.2 million? The simple and honest answer is no. There is no verified sale of a 1997 Lincoln penny reaching anywhere near that value. In normal circulated condition, this coin is only worth 1 cent, exactly its face value, even in uncirculated condition, meaning the coin has never been used and still looks brand new. Most examples are worth only a few cents to a few dollars. So where do these big price claims come from? The answer is condition and rarity at the highest level. In coin collecting, grading plays a huge role. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS69 or MS70 is considered nearly perfect. One of the highest recorded sales for a 1997 penny was around $6,000, and that coin was graded MS69 red, which means it was in near perfect condition with original copper color. That's still impressive, but it's nowhere close to $1 million. Now here's something important. Most coins you find in your pocket will never reach that level. Why? Because even tiny scratches, wear, or discoloration can drastically reduce the value. Now let's talk about the only situation where a 1997 penny could actually be valuable. Errors. Error coins are mistakes made during the minting process, and these can sometimes be rare. For example, a doubled ear error on a 1997 penny has been known to sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition. Other possible errors include off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual surface features. But here's the key point. These errors are rare, and you need magnification and experience to identify them correctly. Just having a normal 1997 coin with no mint mark is not an error. Let me repeat that again because it's very important. No mint mark does not mean rare. The IT simply means Philadelphia. Another factor that affects value is color. Collectors prefer coins that still have their original red copper shine, known as RD or red designation. Coins that have turned brown or dull over time are worth less. So if you're checking your coin, here are the things you should look for. First, check the condition. Does it look brand new, shiny, and free from scratches? Second, look for unusual features or errors. Third, consider getting it graded by a professional service if you believe it might be valuable. Now let's talk about the online hype. In recent years, many sellers and videos have claimed that ordinary coins are worth thousands or even millions of dollars. But experts warn that most of these claims are exaggerated or misleading, and people are often trying to take advantage of beginners. That's why it's important to rely on real auction records and professional grading, not just viral posts. So what is the real value of a 1997 penny? Here is a simple breakdown. Circulated coin, 1 cent. Uncirculated coin, around 10 cents to a few dollars. High-grade certified coin, possibly hundreds or a few $1,000s. Rare error coin, potentially hundreds or more depending on rarity, but $1 million value, that is not realistic for this coin. Now before you get disappointed, let me tell you something exciting. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Even common coins can become valuable if they have rare errors or exceptional condition. And the thrill of finding something special in your pocket change is what makes this hobby so exciting. So don't stop searching. Check your coins carefully. Use a magnifying glass. Learn about grading and errors. And most importantly, stay informed with accurate information. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, hidden values, and real collector tips, make sure to subscribe to Top Rare Coins and turn on notifications. Today's video might completely change how you look at the loose change sitting in your pocket right now. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins that collectors are talking about. The 1997 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark. A coin that some believe could reach values starting from $1,200 and in rare cases even much higher depending on condition and errors. Before you skip this video, take a second and think about it. What if a simple penny you already own could be worth more than $1,000? That's exactly why you need to watch this until the end, because I will show you what to look for, how to identify the rare version, and why collectors are paying serious money for it. Let's start with the basics. The 1997 Lincoln Penny is part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, first introduced in 1909. This coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that was used from 1959 to 2008. These coins were produced in massive numbers, but as always in the world of coin collecting, not all coins are created equal. Now here is where things get interesting. Most people assume that if a coin has no mint mark, it's nothing special. But in reality, the absence of a mint mark can sometimes make a coin more intriguing. For the 1997 penny, a no mint mark coin means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia coins traditionally did not carry a mint mark for many years, so this is normal. However, what makes certain 1997 no mint mark pennies valuable is not just the mint location, but rare conditions, striking quality, and potential minting errors. And this is where collectors start paying attention. One of the biggest factors that can push the value of a 1997 penny into the hundreds or even thousands is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. A coin that looks worn, scratched, or faded will usually only be worth face value. But a coin that is in near-perfect condition, especially one that has never been circulated, can be extremely valuable. We are talking about coins graded MS65, MS66, or even higher. These coins have sharp details, brilliant luster, and almost no imperfections. If you happen to find a 1997 penny in this kind of condition, you might be holding something truly special. But condition alone is not the only thing that matters. Error coins are where the real money is. A 1997 penny with no mint mark can become incredibly valuable if it has a minting error. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die errors, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and die cracks. These errors occur during the manufacturing process and make the coin unique. Collectors love uniqueness, and they are willing to pay high prices for it. For example, a double die error means that the coin's design was stamped more than once in slightly different positions. This creates a visible doubling effect on the letters or numbers. If you see doubling on the date 1997 or on the word Liberty, you might have a rare and valuable coin. Another valuable feature to look for is a strong, clean strike. Sometimes coins are weakly struck, meaning the details are not sharp. But a fully struck coin with crisp details on Lincoln's face and the Lincoln Memorial can significantly increase its value. Now let's talk about the big question everyone is asking: is it really possible for a 1997 no mint mark penny to be worth $1,200 or more? The answer is yes, but with a condition. Not every 1997 penny will be worth that much. In fact, most of them are only worth 1 cent. However, rare examples in top condition or with unique errors have been sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars in auctions and private sales. Collectors are always searching for the best of the best. A perfect coin, combined with rarity and demand, can push prices much higher than expected. That's why even modern coins like the 1997 penny are gaining attention in the coin collecting community. Now you might be wondering, how do I check my coins? It's actually easier than you think. Start by examining your coins under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass or a coin loupe if possible. Look closely at the date, the word Liberty, and the overall surface of the coin. Check for any unusual features such as doubling, misalignment, or strange marks. Next, pay attention to the coin's shine. Does it still have its original luster? Are there scratches or discoloration? The cleaner and shinier the coin, the better. If you think you have found something special, consider getting it professionally graded. Coin grading companies can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which can greatly increase its value and credibility when selling. Another important tip is to never clean your coins. Cleaning can actually reduce the value significantly, even if the coin looks better to the naked eye. Collectors prefer coins in their natural state. Now let's talk about selling. If you discover a rare 1997 penny, you have several options. You can sell it online through marketplaces, auctions, or coin collector forums. You can also visit a local coin dealer or attend coin shows where collectors gather. However, patience is key. The right buyer is willing to pay the right price, especially for rare coins. Don't rush into selling without doing proper research. Before we wrap up, here's something important to remember. Valuable coins are often hiding in plain sight. Millions of people overlook them every day. The difference between someone who finds treasure and someone who doesn't is simply knowledge and attention. That's why channels like this exist. We help you discover the hidden value in everyday coins so before you leave. Go check your pockets, your piggy bank, and your old coin jars. That 1997 penny you ignored yesterday might be worth a fortune today. That if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could make you money, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.